Receiving an Academy Award is the pinnacle of any actor's career. While winning is the goal, just being nominated is also an honor. Leonardo DiCaprio is a classic example of an actor who was nominated countless times before finally winning for his performance in The Revenant in 2016. He was first nominated in 1994 for What's Eating Gilbert Grape. Bradley Cooper's Oscar-losing streak comprises him being nominated 3 times in a row for Silver Linings Playbook, American Hustle, and American Sniper from 2012 to 2014. 10 years later, he's still one of the most in-demand actors, although he has still not won Hollywood's most coveted award. Here is the list of the actors who have been nominated consecutively more number of times. Bette Davis. Bette Davis is synonymous with old Hollywood royalty. She made America fall in love with her over and over again on screen, but she also made them respect her as an actress in command of her craft. This was especially true between the years 1939 and 1943, when Davis was nominated for Best Actress 5 times in a row for Jezebel, Dark Victory, The Letter, The Little Foxes, and now Voyager.
I'm very grateful to members of the Academy and members of the Screen Actors Guild for this award.
These roles were vastly different and truly showcased Davis's range as an actress, portraying a sick socialite, a merciless matriarch, and a wealthy woman embroiled in a murder plot. By the time she passed away in 1989 at the age of 81, Davis had racked up a whopping 10 Oscar acting nominations.
Sir Cedric Hardwicke presented the awards for the current year's Great Acting.
Davis could have extended this to 7 consecutive nominations in a row, but she took a hiatus in 1944 between her 1943 nomination for Now Voyager and her 1945 nomination for Mr. Skeffington.
Miss Davis, I am very happy to present to you on behalf of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences.
Unfortunately, the acclaimed actress never won again after her remarkable streak of nominations in the late 1930s and early 1940s. The movies that defined Bette Davis' career over the decades and made her a legacy in American cinema and catnip for the Academy. By the time she passed away in 1989 at the age of 81, Davis had racked up a whopping 10 Oscar acting nominations. Greer Garson. Greer Garson as Kay Miniver. Greer Garson may not be as well known as Davis, but she tied with her fellow Hollywood legend for the most consecutive nominations at the Academy Awards.
For Best Performance by any actress in 1942, to lovely Greer Garson, Mrs. Miniver.
Garson was a huge star for Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer during a time when actors were contracted to work solely for big studios. Her nomination streak started in 1942 and ended in 1946, overlapping multiple times with Davis's stake.
I've been very happy and very proud to be a member of this community and of this industry.
Garson's performances in Blossoms in the Dust, Mrs. Miniver, Madame Curie, Mrs. Parkington, and Valley of Decision earned her 5 nominations in a row from the Academy, roles just as meaty as Davis.
And from everybody I met or worked with.
Garson was equally deserving of those nominations. However, it was her role as a British homemaker in Mrs. Miniver that earned the actress her first Golden Statue. Garson also made history with the longest acceptance speech in Oscars history at 7 minutes in 1943 at the 15th Academy Awards.
Ready kindness that for quite a long while I couldn't believe that it was true.
She's the reason the 45-second long speech rule was instituted by the Academy. Greer's legacy endures with her being the 4th most nominated woman for Best Actress of all time, with 7 nominations total.
That you have really set the door of your friendship wide open.
Yet she'll always be remembered for breaking records with her nemesis, Bette Davis, for those 5 back-to-back nominations. Jennifer Jones. Jennifer Jones was well known for not just being an incredible actress, but for her work in mental health advocacy. Her peak popularity was in the 1940s, when she was nominated 4 times in a row, from 1944 to 1947, for Song of Bernadette, Since You Went Away, Love Letters, and Duel in the Sun.
Presents the famous 16th Annual Award by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences.
She broke her streak in 1948, but still ended her career with 5 nominations total. Her last would be for Best Actress in 1956, for Love is a Many-Splendored Thing.
In Los Angeles, Greer Garson presents the famous 16th Annual Award.
Long after her streak was over, Jones still impressed audiences by starring in the Best Picture nominee, The Towering Inferno. While Jones's 4 back-to-back Oscar nominations are impressive, she actually won the first time she was nominated, joining the likes of Julie Andrews, Barbra Streisand, and Lupita Nyong'o. It was her emotional performance playing a teenager who has visions of the Virgin Mary in the Song of Bernadette that earned her the Best Actress trophy in 1944. Her 25th birthday also just so happened to be on the night she won her first Oscar. It was not only the perfect birthday present, but a great triumph for the young actress to win on the occasion of her first nomination. Thelma Ritter. It took character actress Thelma Ritter a little less than 10 years to get shockingly close to the impressive streak title held by both Davis and Garson during the W-Webtoon era. It wasn't until the 1950s, specifically from 1951 to 1954, that she received 4 consecutive nominations.
Callie Curry for Thelma and Louise.
Her stunning performances in All About Eve, The Mating Game, With a Song in My Heart, and Pick Up on South Street impressed the Academy enough to continue churning out nominations. Ironically, Ritter starred alongside Davis in All About Eve. Ritter would end her career with 6 Academy Award nominations total, most of them in the Best Supporting Actress category.
Callie Curry for Thelma and Louise.
Both Hollywood actresses were nominated for their showy scenes in All About Eve, with Davis up for Best Actress and Ritter trying to secure the Best Supporting Actress trophy in 1951. Neither of them won. Ritter would end her career with 6 Academy Award nominations total, most of them in the Best Supporting Actress category. She'll always be remembered most for her strong New York City accent, pint-sized stature, and ability to make the viewer fall in love with and root for more working-class characters. A big feat at the height of Hollywood glamour. Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando is the epitome of a Hollywood leading man, commanding every scene he is in with an unrivaled gravitas. Brando may be known for his brooding charm, deep voice, and being the dictionary definition of tall, dark, and handsome. Yet he's also known for his incredible acting skills, which earned him 4 back-to-back nominations in the 1950s.
Marlon Brando's on the waterfront.
From 1952 to 1955, Brando was acknowledged by the Academy for his performances in A Streetcar Named Desire, Viva Zapata, Julius Caesar, and On the Waterfront. Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now, and A Streetcar Named Desire related. The 8 movies that define Marlon Brando's career. With an actor like Marlon Brando, it's difficult to pick what parts of his legendary filmography are the most iconic, but some do rise to the top. One Brando then wouldn't be nominated for another 3 years in 1958 for Sayonara, and it would take another 15 years after that before he was nominated again and won for his iconic role as Italian mobster Don Vito Corleone in 1973 for The Godfather. Brando also accomplished a second Oscar streak when he was nominated in Last Tango in Paris the following year. His last Oscar nomination wouldn't be until 1990, and the only time he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor instead of leading for A Dry White Season. Elizabeth Taylor. Few actresses create the same picture of Hollywood glamour as Elizabeth Taylor. She was widely known for her controversial love life and on-screen relationships that extended off-screen. She married 8 times, twice to her Cleopatra co-star, Richard Burton. She is also lauded for her incredible 5 Oscar nominations over the course of her career, 4 of which were back-to-back.
And Elizabeth Taylor in Butterfield 8. The envelope, please.
From 1958 to 1961, Taylor was nominated for her roles in Raintree County, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, Suddenly Last Summer, and Butterfield 8. Her last nomination would be for her role in 1967 for Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor movies related. Elizabeth Taylor's 10 Best Movies ranked Elizabeth Taylor as one of the best-known actresses of Hollywood's golden age, with an impressive resume of iconic roles. But what films are her best? Taylor actually thought her first Oscar win for Butterfield 8 was just a sympathy award, after she had publicly dealt with a severe case of pneumonia and had a difficult tracheotomy.
I don't really know how to express my gratitude.
The iconic actress believed her performance was not that stellar or deserving, and that, as her fourth nomination in a row coupled with her health issues, the Academy tallied up enough pity votes for her to be standing on that stage.
I guess all I can do is say thank you. Thank you with all my heart.
Regardless if that's true or not, Taylor still has a noteworthy Oscar nomination streak to be proud of. Al Pacino. Al Pacino is one of the few massively famous old Hollywood actors who have remained popular and esteemed throughout their film appearances over the decades. Yet film critics can all agree the height of Pacino's career was in the 1970s when he was nominated for an Academy Award 4 years in a row. From 1973 to 1976, he was nominated for his roles in The Godfather Serpico, Godfather Part 2, and Dog Day Afternoon. Coincidentally, he played the son and successor of Brando's character in The Godfather. Imagery from Dog Day Afternoon, 1975, and The Godfather related the 8 movies that defined Al Pacino's career. As one of the most highly acclaimed actors in Hollywood history, Oscar winner Al Pacino has starred in some of the greatest movies ever made. Both Pacino and Brando gained the title of being nominated for an Oscar 4 times in a row, just 20 years apart. Pacino would beat Brando for the highest number of nominations in his career, with 9 total. Most recently was in 2020 for a Best Supporting Actor nomination in The Irishman. Having so many consecutive nominations is not as common now as it was in the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, and 1970s, due to the talent pool being much larger. But for Pacino to have so many Academy Awards throughout the decades shows his career has stood the test of time. Below are detailed 250-word profiles for each of the additional actors with notable consecutive Oscar nomination streaks. Spencer Tracy. Spencer Tracy remains one of Hollywood's most revered and consistent performers. With a career that spanned from the early 1930s until his death in 1967, Tracy built a reputation for his naturalistic acting style and effortless screen presence. Notably, he achieved a remarkable streak of consecutive Oscar nominations from 1937 to 1941, a testament to his reliability and extraordinary talent.
This has been a very strange day. I don't think that's putting it too strongly. I might even say it's been an extraordinary day.
During this period, Tracy delivered memorable performances in films such as San Francisco, Captain's Courageous, which won him an Academy Award, Boys Town, another win that cemented his status, Father of the Bride, and Bad Day at Black Rock. His ability to inhabit characters with depth and nuance,
Mr. and Mrs. Prentice, this is Miss Matilda Biggs.
Ranging from compassionate everyman figures to morally complex protagonists, earned him critical acclaim and the unwavering respect of his peers. Tracy's performances were marked by an understated authenticity, drawing audiences into the emotional core of each narrative. Despite working in a studio system that demanded versatility and consistency, he managed to elevate every role he undertook. Beyond his consecutive nominations, his overall career saw him become one of the most nominated actors.
In Boys Town, I'm very happy to congratulate you. Thank you, Sir Cedric.
A fact that further underscores his impact on the art of cinematic performance. Spencer Tracy's legacy endures not only because of his awards recognition, but also through the lasting influence he had on generations of actors who view his work as a benchmark for excellence in naturalistic acting and emotional truth on screen. Walter Pidgeon. Walter Pidgeon carved out a distinctive niche in Hollywood during the Golden Age as a leading man with a refined, dignified presence. Best known for his roles in films such as Mrs. Miniver, 1942, and Madame Curie, 1943, Pidgeon earned back-to-back Oscar nominations that highlighted his ability to convey complex emotions with subtlety and grace. His screen persona combined intellectual charm with an understated strength, qualities that resonated with audiences and critics alike. In Mrs. Miniver, Pidgeon played roles that required sensitivity amid wartime turmoil, while in Madame Curie, he brought the rigor and passion of scientific inquiry to life.
Thank you, Damon. I hope we always will.
His consecutive nominations reflected a period during which he was a prominent figure in Hollywood's studio system, contributing to the era's rich tapestry of dramatic storytelling. Despite not clinching the Oscar win during these years, Pidgeon's performances elevated his status as a serious and accomplished actor.
Damon, will you be an angel and get me a handkerchief from Hilda?
Why, of course, darling. Why don't you tell me?
His contributions were not only limited to his performances, but extended to his ability to navigate between various genres, adapting to roles that range from romantic leads to character-driven dramas. Walter Pidgeon's career serves as a reminder that even without an Academy Award win, sustained excellence and consecutive recognition by the Academy signal a level of artistry that leaves a lasting imprint on film history. His work continues to be celebrated for its elegance, depth, and enduring influence on cinematic performance. Paul Newman's career is celebrated not only for his striking blue eyes and charismatic screen presence, but also for his remarkable consistency and dedication to his craft. Newman achieved a memorable streak of consecutive Oscar nominations in the early 1960s, a period that underscored his status as a dynamic and versatile actor. With breakthrough performances in films like The Hustler, 1961, Sweet Bird of Youth, and HUD, Newman captured audiences with his raw, emotionally charged portrayals of complex characters.
I'm ashamed, Big Daddy. That's why I'm a drunk. When I'm drunk, I can stand myself.
His intense focus on authenticity and an unyielding commitment to portraying real human struggles set him apart in an era dominated by conventional leading men. Newman's nominations reflected both his skill in transforming roles and his ability to adapt to changing cinematic trends.
Say that any slob in a smelly t-shirt will be able to buy Hudsucker stock,
paving the way for a career that spanned decades. Beyond his consecutive nominations, Newman became a symbol of cool independence in Hollywood, balancing star power with a quiet, introspective style.
Genius. It's just exactly what Hudsucker industry needs at this time.
That resonated on screen. His later career continued to garner critical acclaim, with performances in films such as Absence of Malice, The Verdict, and eventually The Color of Money, for which he finally won an Oscar.
And the winner, Irene?
David Niven.
Paul Newman's work remains influential not only for his distinctive on-screen performances, but also for his off-screen humanitarian efforts and business ventures, including his successful line of food products. His legacy is defined by his enduring charm, his artistic integrity, and his ability to remain relevant through evolving cinematic landscapes, all hallmarks of a true Hollywood icon. Peter O'Toole. Peter O'Toole stands as one of cinema's most fascinating and tragic figures, renowned for his extraordinary talent and enduring screen presence. Throughout his career, O'Toole captivated audiences with his charismatic portrayals, most famously as T.E. Lawrence in Lawrence of Arabia. His consecutive Oscar nominations between 1962 and 1965, spanning roles in Lawrence of Arabia, Beckett, The Lion in Winter, and Goodbye, Mr. Chips, highlight the remarkable consistency of his performances.
My life, when it is written, will read better than it lived.
And his commitment to challenging, often larger-than-life characters. Known for his impeccable diction and magnetic energy,
Henry Fitzemperor's first Plantagenet, a king at 21, the ablest soldier of an able time.
O'Toole brought a blend of intensity and vulnerability to each role, making his characters both heroic and deeply human. Despite receiving 8 competitive Oscar nominations over his career, the elusive win became a significant part of his legacy, emphasizing the bittersweet nature of his celebrated career. O'Toole's work was not confined to his most iconic roles. He frequently embraced supporting roles and made bold choices in experimental projects, underscoring his dedication to the art of performance rather than commercial success alone.
Peter O'Toole was nominated for the Oscar.
His contributions to the craft extended beyond acting, influencing a generation of performers who admired his fearless approach to complex roles. The Academy recognized his overall impact with an honorary Oscar in 2003, a symbolic nod to his lifetime of artistic achievements. Peter O'Toole's legacy endures as a reminder of the power of transformative acting and the enduring allure of a performer who consistently defied expectations, even in the face of repeated near misses at the ultimate recognition. Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson's illustrious career is defined by his edgy charm, intense screen presence, and a string of consecutive Oscar nominations that highlight his ability to continually reinvent himself. In the mid-1970s, Nicholson earned 4 consecutive nominations, from 1973 to 1976, for films such as The Last Detail, Chinatown, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and The Missouri Breaks. Each nomination showcased his talent for portraying deeply flawed, multifaceted characters who defied Hollywood norms. Known for his witty dialogue delivery and piercing gaze, Nicholson became a symbol of anti-establishment cool, effortlessly blending charisma with a rebellious spirit. His portrayal in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest not only secured him his first Oscar win, but also cemented his status as one of the era's most compelling actors.
Nominated for Best Performance by an Actor are Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Beyond his consecutive nominations, Nicholson's career spanned genres from psychological thrillers to romantic dramas, displaying his versatility and resilience in a competitive industry. His commitment to embracing complex roles allowed him to navigate Hollywood's changing landscape while maintaining a distinct personal style. Off-screen, Nicholson's persona, marked by a mischievous sense of humor and an irreverent attitude toward authority, captured the imagination of fans worldwide.
Bastard.
Your Honor, I'd like to ask for a recess.
I'd like an answer to the question, Judge.
The court will wait for an answer.
His influence on acting and his lasting impact on popular culture continue to be celebrated, as he remains one of the most iconic figures in cinematic history. Nicholson's body of work is a testament to his ability to deliver consistently compelling performances, earning him a legacy as one of the most celebrated actors of his generation. Dustin Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman is widely recognized as one of the most innovative and daring actors of his generation, with a career marked by profound transformations and consecutive Academy Award nominations that attest to his exceptional talent. During the late 1970s, Hoffman delivered a series of unforgettable performances that earned him 3 consecutive nominations. His roles in films like Straight Time, Kramer vs. Kramer, and Tootsie showcased his remarkable ability to embody radically different characters, from troubled outsiders to empathetic, everyman figures, each portrayed with a commitment to authenticity and emotional depth. Hoffman's nuanced performances not only resonated with audiences, but also redefined acting standards for character immersion and method performance. His approach often involved deep research and a willingness to undergo significant personal and physical transformations, earning him a reputation for fearlessly exploring the human condition. Beyond his consecutive nominations, Hoffman's career spans a wide array of genres.
Yeah. Raymond! You never touch the steering wheel when I'm driving. Do you hear me?
Including intense dramas, comedies, and thrillers, consistently challenging conventional casting and storytelling norms. His work in Kramer vs. Kramer and later in Rain Man, for which he eventually won an Oscar, helped to shape modern cinematic narratives around family dynamics and personal redemption. Dustin Hoffman's impact extends beyond his filmography. He is celebrated as a transformative figure in American cinema, whose choices continue to inspire aspiring actors and filmmakers. His dedication to his craft and his willingness to push the boundaries of performance have ensured his place among the pantheon of truly great actors. Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep is arguably the most celebrated and influential actress of modern cinema, and her career is a testament to the power of versatility and sustained excellence. With a record number of Academy Award nominations, Streep's career includes several consecutive nomination streaks that have left an indelible mark on Hollywood.
Just give me the boy!
No.
In the early 1980s, she garnered 4 consecutive nominations.
Coming up, and you've been nominated 20 times for Academy Awards.
A period that showcased her extraordinary range in films such as The French Lieutenant's Woman, Sophie's Choice, Silkwood, and Out of Africa. Streep's ability to seamlessly transition between radically different roles is a hallmark of her enduring talent, Known for her meticulous attention to detail, accent mastery, and emotional depth, she has elevated every character she has portrayed, transforming both dramatic and comedic roles into iconic performances that resonate with audiences worldwide.
You're not good, you're not bad, you're just nice.
Her work not only redefines what is possible for an actress, but also paves the way for future generations, establishing new standards of excellence in the craft of acting. Off the screen, Streep is an outspoken advocate for social and political causes, using her platform to support gender equality, environmental sustainability, and humanitarian efforts.
In 60 seconds, how many of those 20 movies for which you were nominated for an Academy Award can you name?
Her legacy is not solely defined by the consecutive nominations or awards she has received, but by the transformative influence she continues to exert on film and culture. Meryl Streep's dedication to authenticity, her relentless pursuit of challenging roles, and her unwavering commitment to artistic integrity have secured her place as a true icon in the annals of cinematic history.